Alright, so I didn't even want to make this video because, to be honest with you, this whole subject has been overdone in the last week and a half, and I've had it up to here listening to it. Given the fact that we're basically not allowed to say certain words on this platform and on other platforms across the board, actually plays into this whole stupid fiasco in the first place. Basically, we have Kanye West is called out by Jewish UFC fighter after praising this guy. You see the one that's highlighted here that I'm not allowed to say his name? Think about that for a second. I'm not allowed to say his name on this platform. Just think about that for a second. You know, and then ask yourself questions like, oh yeah, for the last 2 years, how come you weren't allowed to say certain words on YouTube relating to a sickness that everyone was forced to take an injection for? How come you weren't allowed to use the actual word? I've got to say injection or jab, and I'm not allowed to say the other word, otherwise I get banned from social media. Think about that for a second. Think about what media does. Think about what the mainstream does. And think about what we have allowed to happen to ourselves in terms of confinement of thought. And that kind of brings us to this story. As I said, I don't really want to be getting into it too much, but we're going to try tackle it. Before we do, maybe hit subscribe, because more than likely this won't get monetized. More than likely this will be deranked, and more than likely because of the thumbnail or the words that I use or the people that are in this fucking video, then no one's going to see it. So as I said, if you could subscribe and share, that would be unreal. Like, it's going to be a weird one to read. I can't even read half the words that are in here. Do you know when you're talking to your NPC buddies, the guys who go to their wagey jobs, come home, eat some garbage processed food, drink some beers and turn on the football game? Do you know them guys? When you're talking to them and they're looking at you like you've got 10 heads because you're saying, my free speech has been taken away, body autonomy has been taken away by government and by mainstream media and by a handful of social media groups that are run by other certain groups. Again, we're not allowed to talk about it. When you tell them friends of yours and you try to relay your fears about free speech and about your kids and where they're going to be in 20 years time, and they're like, dude, you're crazy, what are you talking about? How about you head onto Facebook tonight, or Instagram, or Twitter, although Twitter has changed now in the last few weeks. How about you go onto Facebook or Instagram and you put up a little post and you say, today I had my injection and it was the best thing that I've ever done. Absolutely fantastic. I recommend everybody go out there and get it done because it's saving so many lives and it stops everything. Put that post up, and when you actually include the V word into your arm, when you include it, straight away you will get an automated response about misinformation or disinformation, and to go to your local health service for the right information. Now just think about that. All you want to do is praise something, but you can't, because there's certain words that are demonetized, or there's certain words that are outlawed. And I feel all this Kanye West shit is playing into all this, and I just lost interest and I don't have any more of it. But when I saw this story coming up today, UFC star calls out, and to be honest with you, you can go through the whole thing, right? You can go through all these articles about the same Jewish fighter calls out UFC fighter for promoting these sort of ideas and other sort of ideas. Garbage. Absolute garbage. No UFC fighter called out anybody. It was 100% premeditated and instigated by the mainstream media. Let me show you this. Oh look, here we have this interview. Natan Levy, he calls out Kanye West, a big problem for my people. He didn't call it, dude, it was instigated, it was premeditated, it was a plant. Whoever this shill media member is was a fucking plant. Here we go, have a listen to this. Was this an organic question, or are these just leftoid reporters so deeply embedded in the cult that they can't help themselves but bring this shit into sport?
And, unrelated to this fight, I know you represent Israel and everything like that. There's obviously been a lot of talk in the mainstream news with what Kanye West has been saying and Kyrie Irving has been saying. So as an athlete from Israel, what
I'm going to pause it there. So as you can see, he was lining up this. I don't know whether it was something that happened between them beforehand where it was like a little agreement that we were going to go at this, or whether it was just kind of a clickbait thing by media shills, or in fact it was the case that this motherfucker was in a cult and he can't let it go and everything has to evolve around identity politics and people with the wrong think. Absolute and utter garbage. So listen, there's been a lot of talk about what Kyrie Irving has been saying and what Kanye West has been saying. What have they been saying? You want to put some details there on what they've been saying? Or are you going to regurgitate what has showed up across all the mainstream media? Kanye West said some outlandish things on the Alex Jones show last week and actually made Jones look like a normie. He made him look like the most rational dude in the fucking room. It was absolutely insane. We have all these theories about what Kanye West meant and what he's doing and why was he wearing the fucking stupid mask and why is he saying this stupid shit about loving loving this person and loving that person. One thing he'd never fucking said was that I hate a certain group of people. Never ever said it. He only made some extremely valid points that have been backed up by the likes of Dave Chappelle.
He had broken the show business rules. This is a rule, you know, the rules of perception. If they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob. But if they're Jewish, it's a coincidence, and he should never speak about it.
There were legitimate points about certain people. All of a sudden it comes in under one big umbrella, and all of a sudden he's been brandished an anti-Semite. This question was teed up. Let's see what he says.
So as an athlete from Israel, what do you make of everything that's happening in this country right now in the media?
Yeah, you know, I think life is too short to hate.
No one said hate. No one said hate. Go back and watch the video. He says, I love the Israeli Jewish Zionist people, over and over again. Said it over and over again. Nothing but love for them people. I have a problem with the fact that certain groups of people are more predominant and outnumber every other group in certain areas of media, news, entertainment. That's what he said. Never said I hate it. Just pointed out something that is factually correct, but still anti-Semitic and still not allowed. Ironically, as soon as he called it out and said that he'd be banned, he got banned then directly after that. So
to all these hateful people.
Who are the hateful people? Who are the hateful people?
You know, sucks for you, I pity you.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, you know, Kanye West, if you got a problem with me or my people, come see me, bro.
What is this? What is this? Like, if you have a problem with my people, come and see me. Why? You're some nobody UFC star who's getting 25,000 euros to fight. He's a multi-billionaire. Why would he want to go? Is he a UFC fighter? It's like the fucking fools that text me and comment at me, hey man, you're a casual, you can't fight. Well, how about you get out from behind your computer and come see me? Then we'll have a conversation. You know, like, what you want me to do? You want me to be in there fighting John Jones, is it? You want me, because I have an opinion about Israel Adesanya, you go and fight him. What? That doesn't make any sense. It's absolutely ridiculous. You can't have an opinion unless I can do that profession. So I can't talk about the president unless I'm a politician. I can't talk about an actor unless I'm an actor. I can't talk about a UFC fighter unless I can go and fight. What the fuck are you talking about? Why is this guy talking this shit? Come and see me. He's a fucking rapper and a fashion designer or some shit. Why would he come and see you, you idiot?
Have you noticed kind of like when he starts saying all of these things, I feel like a lot of people on Twitter, there's this big rise and now they think they can also say it.
What a great question. Hey, listen, you know what he said? Now do you see a massive rise in all these people saying the exact same thing? In other words, here's some justification for why we deplatform people. Awesome. It only goes one way, by the way, but yeah, here's some justification because now all of a sudden people are getting bombarded with the exact same rhetoric that Kanye said. Cool.
Because Kanye is saying it. Have you noticed?
Because he said it. Yeah. Because he said, yeah. He said it for sure. It must be rampant now because he said it. Yeah.
That too.
Trust me, I've noticed it.
You've noticed it.
I get a lot of lovely DMs all the time.
Lovely DMs. Actually, you know what we can do as a little experiment? So there you go. He's got 3,000 followers. How many DMs could he possibly be getting with 3,000 followers? This is the type of interaction that he has on his posts. Something like 22 likes, 10 likes, 73. That was a big one. Ooh, 6 people like that one. I can imagine that he's getting hundreds of thousands of direct messages straight into his inbox that are being racist towards him. I can totally imagine it. That's totally not made up bullshit at all.
I am Jewish. It's what I am. It's what I was born. I'm very proud of it. And I will fight for it. I will fight for my people in the octagon or wherever need be. And I will not stand for anti-Semitism. I won't stand for any racism. Not around me. Don't bully anybody around me.
Hold on. Don't bully anyone around me. That's an interesting take. Don't bully anyone around me. So you're from Israel, right? So Israel, don't bully anyone that's around them, no? There's no Gaza. There's no Palestinian situation. There's no situation where kids have been blown up on a daily basis by Israeli bombs, being bullied to a sense. There's no situation where people are trying to go and pray in their mosque and they're all been blown up either. Interesting. Yeah. You don't stand for that. Yeah. You don't stand. So you don't stand for Kanye West saying a few stupid fucking words with a stupid mask on like an idiot. But all that stuff's okay, right? Okay. Yeah. Does the reporter jump in here and go, you're 100% right? What's your thoughts on the Palestinian-Israeli situation, the Gaza Strip? What's your thoughts on that in terms of bullying? Let's hear what the reporter says.
or I'm gonna find you.
Silence. Silence. There you have it. So this UFC fighter with 3,000 followers who nobody knows who he is, who's getting hundreds of thousands of messages into his inbox that are anti-Semitic because of Kanye West. Because of Kanye West. And then we have the mainstream shill reporter in the background going, yeah, all these people are after you because of Kanye. Surely there's a massive rise. Yeah, no, this has nothing got to do with the fight. This has nothing got to do with your career. This is all about Kanye West and justifying the fact that he's banned and now we're all happy that he's banned. Cool, free speech is dead. Kanye's an idiot with a mask on. 4D chess has been played. This guy's gonna find you if you're bullying someone. Let's all sleep easy and enjoy a really good night's sleep.